Welcome back to the Blind Ninja 1704 live accessible game stream this Wednesday evening. I'm your host tonight, Blind Ninja 1704, otherwise known as Fraser. And as usual, a little bit about me. I'm a visually impaired gamer that runs a charity. I'm the chairman of a charity called Triple Tap Tech that provides advice, help, support, and training when it comes to all forms of technology from a sight loss perspective. So as part of what we do with that, we're sort of covering accessible gaming and trying to get more people into playing sort of your standard sort of console games. So we cover accessible gaming across all different formats of consoles, from the Xbox to the PlayStation to the PC, Nintendo Switch, and even sort of the VR with Oculus Quests and that. So we do cover quite a lot of systems. Now, what we're going to focus on for the game stream tonight is we're going to focus on the game Fortnite. So that's the one that's up on the screen at the moment. But we're going to play Fortnite across the three different systems. So from now until 8 o'clock, we're going to play Fortnite on the Xbox One X, not the Series X, just the One X. Unfortunately, for love nor money, I haven't been able to get myself hold of one of them. And then from 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, we're going to play Fortnite, but we're going to play that on our sort of gaming PC, and we can talk through all the different accessibility options that's available on there too. And then to finish off tonight, we're going back to Fortnite, but we're going to play it on the PlayStation 4 Pro. No, the PlayStation 5. Again, unfortunately, for love nor money, can't get my hands on one of them. So, Microsoft or Sony, if you're out there listening to this stream, how unlikely that you are, but if you are, please send Triple Tap Tech one of each console. In fact, you know what? Be nice. Send us two of each console. So, nice wee sales pitch there, trying to get free stuff. Anyway, so Fortnite's, as everyone knows, Fortnite's been a game that's been around for quite some time, a number of years now, and it's a battle royale game. So it's basically you against 99 other players, and you're aiming to be the last person standing. It is it's a third person perspective game, so you play third person, you can see your character in front of you, and it's quite a cartoonish world that you play along in. So what we'll do to start off this stream is we'll quickly go through some of the settings that we can use in Fortnite to make the game a wee bit more easier to play. So I'll explain the setup that I've got the now. So I'm playing this on the Xbox One X, connected to a 1080p 65-inch TV. So it's quite a large sort of TV that I'm using this on. I'm sitting probably about 3 feet away from the TV, so my nose is practically touching it. And I'm also using a sort of quite a good set of headphones for gaming, as I find the headphones really emphasise the sort of surround and 3D audio that sort of help to play these games. When it comes to what I can see on the screen, so how I see the world around about me, I'm totally blind on my left eye, and on my right eye I've got a wee tiny bit of central vision. I'm talking about tiny. So I kind of see the walls in shapes and shadows without any real detail. However, I've made sort of modifications to my gaming setup, both console and PC gaming setup, and try to enhance the visuals as much as I can for myself. So one of the things that I do is actually play a bit with the standard settings built into my TV and monitor settings. So that's going into that, and you can increase, decrease the brightness, the contrast, and the colours. So when I'm playing sort of Fortnite tonight on the consoles and sort of on the PC with the monitor, a game itself might be playing in colour, but I'm seeing it on the monitor in sort of black and white, and I find that just helps me pick out some of the more details that's on the screen. So let's see what we can change in Fortnite. So the first thing, if we go into the settings, so I was saying that brightness, that's always the first thing to change in sort of any game to try and get it sort of more sort of visual for yourself. So I tend to like the games to be a wee bit brighter, so I'll stick this up to 120. Now, Fortnite's quite interesting because it's got carbine mode support on it, so that basically lets you change the sort of default cars and some things in order to make it a wee bit more visible. This tends to work pretty well down in I forget what you call it, down in the bottom right corner, which is select all your sort of different guns and that too, so you can sort of go through, you can change and have a play about with it. And obviously the best thing about these settings is they've got big fancy words and that. I don't have a clue what they mean. If you'd like to fill us in the comments, go ahead, that would be great. And you just play about and see what you can do to get the screen to become more visible for yourself. There. Down here we've sort of got some more advanced stuff. So motion blur. I think motion blur is a total pain in the ass when it comes to visual impairment, because it sort of blurs out the screens. It's very hard for me to focus on where I need to be focusing on the screen, so I just turn it off. Don't get me wrong, and sort of from a fully sighted perspective, and that motion blur makes the graphics and that look amazing. What's got it going around all nice, fancy spinning effects and that, but for me, it's just nah, don't like it. So moving on, this is sort of ways we can interact with the game. So one of the things that I always sort of have on in this one here is again just advanced, sort of open doors. So I have it to automatically open doors, and you can also put it to automatically pick up selected weapons and ammunition consumables and that too. So I just put them on. It just makes the game a wee bit easier for me to play. Now, the next thing we can go into here is the HUD options. So you can play about with the HUD scale. Now, you probably think it from a low vision point perspective, the bigger the HUD, the better. But what I've actually found in this and sort of several other games too, is that if you increase the size of the HUD, so the HUD's the heads up display, that's all the information that appears around about the screen. But I find if you have that too big, it interferes with the actual playing of the game. So the screen real estate is taken up with the HUD, not the action that is going on the screen. That's one of the reasons why I've also went down, and in most game setups I have the minimap off, because again there with the size and the detail on the minimap, I find it really difficult to make sense of it and to sort of view it on the screen. So instead of having it up there taking up space, we just turn it off. The next thing we go on to here is sort of the sensitivity of the joysticks. So generally when your thumbsticks, so generally when you start off the game, you're not wanting the screen to be flashing all over the place. So if you go down to the look and aim sensitivity and turn them down. However, when you get more experienced and more sort of confident playing the game, turn them up a wee bit can lead to you having sort of better accuracy on it. And the last thing I want to go into quickly here is just really the 3D headphones on it. So as I said to you, I'm playing Fortnite through this set of headphones. And again, they sort of support 3D audio. So most headphones will support that these days. Some actually support 7.1 audio, which is really cool. But not the ones I'm using. I'm just using sort of a standard pair on them. So if you turn on 3D audio, again, it helps you to get an idea of where the action is coming from on the screen. If it's coming from straight ahead of you, if it's coming from behind you, to your left, to your right, in relation to where you're facing on the screen. So it's one of the options that I like sort of to have on. And just as I'm sort of quickly checking over this, that's kind of all there. So if you want a sort of more in detailed sort of description of all the accessibility options that's in the game, then if you go to the Blind Ninja 1704 YouTube channel, and we'll be sort of explain all the different options and go into them in a wee bit more detail. But tonight is sort of just to give you an overview and get down with how we're playing the game. So just give a sec here, just setting this up. Just going to go into solos and we'll start playing now. So shall we begin? So we'll just give it a couple minutes here just for the game to sort of log in and load up. So just while we wait for the game to load up there, if you head over to our website at tripletaptech.org, it's sort of a great resource when it comes to visual impairment, sight loss and technology. So we have sort of how-to guides covering a range of different technologies from accessibility built into iPad, Android devices, sort of computers and everything. We've got a lot there. We've also got reviews on different types of technology, everything from sort of in your pocket smartphone through to Apple Music and that. We also have our accessible gaming area of the web page, and one thing that we're looking for visual impaired gamers to do is to send us in reviews about games that they're playing or games that they like to play, and how they have sort of adapted the game to make them accessible from a visually impaired viewpoint. So if you'd like to do that, just jump onto our website at tripletaptech.org and you can sort of follow the instructions there to send us a review. Also, now you're sort of watching this on Twitch, so I'd be really grateful if you could like, subscribe, follow and all that usual jazz with this channel, please, so that you can help us get sort of our name out there, and more importantly help get the information out there about how games can be played with people with a visual impairment. So I've just landed in Fortnite. As I say, Fortnite's game, I've been playing it for probably a few years now, and one of the things that's sort of important in any game is to sort of understand how it works. And by that I mean understand what sort of all the different weapons and that can do, understand the different locations in the game, the sort of the mechanics of the game too, and just picking up ways sort of give yourself an advantage while playing the game. So we've got quite a few different sort of weapons there, which is always good to start off with. Also, one of the secrets that I use when I'm playing this game is I always start at a few locations that I know really well, and then that allows me to be able to get caught up with weapons and that quite quickly. Cool. So the way that sort of Fortnite works, and so we're playing this on the Xbox One X at the moment. And since it's a battle royale game, it's basically you against 99 other players, and technically you just want to be the last man standing, or try and last as long as you can while playing the game. So if there's any games that you'd like us to sort of look over in that, especially in our accessible gaming live streams, just let us know. You can always get in contact with us through our website at tripletaptech.org. Good night. I think it's been a wee bit sneaky there, to be honest with you. So in the Fortnites like this now, where it's sort of quite bright, I quite like it like this because it makes it a lot easier for me to sort of see and try and make sense of what's going on round about me. So when it's kind of like this, I tend to stick to sort of the open areas and that where I can quite easily sort of avoid anyone if they're coming or sort of take action against them. Seems to be quite a quiet game. That could be a good or a bad thing, mind you. Right, let's go and see if we can find any trouble. Run away! I think we should chase him. Yeah, let's chase him. Let's see if we can find him. Damn it. Oh well, you win some, you lose some. That's the thing, at the end of the day, it's just a game. So, Fortnite is a sort of free game that you can play on any system. However, you can sort of purchase additional content on it. So you can purchase different skins, different emotes, sort of dances and that, and a whole host of different things. And that's where sort of Epic make their money from, is with you purchasing sort of additional content for the game. You can also purchase what is called the Battle Pass in Fortnite, and what that does is it basically gives you access to 100 different items every season on it. And to get the items, you need to sort of level up through the tier system on it. So whenever you kill somebody in Fortnite or achieve a sort of specific mission objective in that, then that gives you experience points which you can use to sort of level up and tier up. And down at the bottom of the screen there's a large sort of bar that stretches from left to right at the very bottom, and that basically lets you know what level you're at in the game and how much further you've got to go till your next level. So again, this wee bit here, it's a bit I usually land at, and that's because I know this area of the map pretty well. Again, it's nice and sort of bright now, so that makes it a wee bit easier. Right, heard gunshots there, not quite sure where. So let's get the high ground now and see if we can figure out where they were coming from. Okay, I think that might be somebody on the bridge there, yep. Good night. For that one there, my nose was touching the screen, but these are trying times. this guy's blinder than me. So that's quite a hectic wee bit of the game there. Sometimes I find when there's quite a lot of people sort of attacking you at once and that, I tend to get a wee bit sort of overwhelmed. There's too much sort of going on the screen for me to sort of narrow it down a wee bit, but that bit there wasn't sort of too bad. I'm not even going to ask what they were doing. So yeah, for you that are watching it there, if you could sort of like, subscribe, share, and just get word about this channel out to sort of everybody and anybody, just to sort of make us aware, well, make the world a wee bit more aware of visually impaired gaming. Also, if you're sort of on YouTube, and that'd be great if you could go like, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel. That's Ninja1704. If you just do a search for that, or if you go onto our website at tripletaptech.org, we've got links in the accessible gaming area of our website to our feeds there. Just think I was getting a wee bit bored waiting about in here now, so we need to head in towards the circle as the storm is now chasing in. So as approaching that wall there, I could hear that sort of buzzing noise, so that told me straight away that something of interest was there. Right, where are we? Okay. Ah, damn it. Oh well, so you can't win them all, can you? So yeah, so Triple Tap Tech, we're always interested to hear about sort of your experience that when it comes to playing sort of computer games in general, and how you sort of have what action you have took to make sort of these games accessible. So if you're interested, we'd love you to be able to send in sort of a review. It can be sort of just on a Word document, or even just attached to an email that you can send to us via our website. Just go to the contact us section on the website, and we'd quite happily publish that on our website. The Triple Tap Tech website, so really great, fantastic resources that we have developed for people with visual impairment in general, and it covers all technology used sort of from a visual impaired viewpoint. So that can be anything from sort of how to listen to audiobooks all the way to the latest sort of MacBooks, your laptops, PCs, smartphones, tablets, basically any technology. So a start of another game. Let's see if we can have a wee bit more fun. So this time I'm going to try landing at a different location. Again, it's still one that I know relatively well. I think that's sort of one of the key things for this game. It's just to try and play areas and that you're comfortable with, that you know pretty well. And the more that you play this game, the more sort of familiar you'll get with it. Just with the initial landing there, my first goal is to try and get some decent weapons to use. So let's see, so by looks at here, we're just sort of outside the circle, but we've still got a wee bit of time, so where shall we go? Let's head up high, I think. I have to admit, I think that's one thing that sort of kept me sane when it came to the lockdown that we've sort of, or the sort of COVID-19 situation, lockdowns that we've all been sort of part of, and to some degree, sort of across the world even. It's just the fact of having sort of a computer game in a wee world that you can sort of escape to and de-stress out with. I find it's made a hell of a difference to me. I'd probably be going quite mad, to be honest with you, if I was just sort of sitting about the house watching rubbish TV and stuff like that. That's sort of the good thing about sort of computer games in general, just not with sort of relation to visual impairment. But it's a good way that you can sort of escape the world for a wee bit, escape your worries, and just sort of switch your brain off and enjoy what's going on in front of you. So when the game sort of gets a wee bit dark like this is where I tend to struggle quite a bit with it there, so I find it a lot harder to try and see where sort of your enemies are coming from and stuff like that. Or not your enemies as such, but the other nice players that are trying to take you out. So that's over there. That's coming from the left hand side. Yeah, that was a bit close. So I've got no idea where that guy is. Didn't dare take it. I'm just going to go down and take this guy out. He's annoying me. Good night. Right, let's see where this wee guy is. What is this guy doing, man? I'm just going to take him out for being so bad, you know that? Great, now I'm getting chased with the storm. Not too bad actually. I need to try and figure out now where we're heading to, so down into the desert. Let's go. Hopefully I'm going to have a wee check in here and see if there's any health for that kicking about that we can use. Ideal. Might come in handy. Let's see. Cool. So yeah, so if you watch this, you're sort of enjoying it, find it interesting. If you could like, subscribe, share, and all that jazz to the channel, that'd be rosy, to be honest with you. It'd be really nice. So go ahead and do that just now. Who's firing for this direction? Ah, that was rubbish. So yeah, so we run this sort of accessible game stream, sort of every sort of Wednesday night from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And so you do until 8 o'clock, we'll be concentrating on sorry, I'm starting getting totally distracted there. From until 8 o'clock tonight, we're concentrating on the Xbox One X. Then we'll be moving on to the PC between 8 and 9 o'clock, and then between 9 and 10 o'clock, we'll be finishing off on the PlayStation 4 Pro. So it's a wee night of Fortnite and just how it works in sort of different systems and that. But now we're kind of focused on the Xbox Series. Oh, so I wish it was Series X, but the Xbox One X. I guess it's just shocking how hard it is to get a hold of the Xbox Series X. I've been sort of doing daily searches on it since sort of the start of this year. I can't find one for a love nor money. So this one here, we're just going to land at the same wee bit here again. Hopefully we can get some guns. That was so rubbish. Right, Right, we'll have one more game then. Before I go off and I rage quit. But thanks for working it out. A lot of companies and that are doing really big push when it comes to accessible gaming. And they're sort of putting in real good sort of accessibility options into their games. A couple of the options that I think would be sort of ideal for Fortnite with sort of low vision players such as myself would be the ability to add a color filter into the accessibility settings of it. So basically you could choose to have sort of the colours inverted or sort of grayscale or in a colour sort of format that would suit you. And again that would just make it a little bit more comfortable to play. It'd also save me having to go into my own sort of equipment settings and set it up to sort of grayscale in that way. The sound navigation is pretty good, and sort of Fortnite you can get a lot of detail of what's happening around about you with sort of 3D audio and that one too, so that's sort of nice and handy. The only sort of other thing I don't think this is going to be one of the games that could ever be made sort of fully accessible for sort of non-visual players or blind gamers, but they could sort of add an audio cues in that too. Also a wee bit better, sort of more advanced haptic feedback would greatly improve the game. But then again, maybe that's just not quite possible on sort of these controllers. So let's see if I can at least make it to the end of this bridge in this game. Ooh, getting there, shall we make it, shall we make it? Yeah, we will. Still got a great sort of weapon out there, but hopefully we can find some more. So don't forget, if there's any games like that you'd like us to sort of run through on the sort of the accessible game, the accessible games, live stream we do on Twitch, just let us know through our website at tripletaptech.org. And again, if there's other games on other consoles that you'd like us to sort of have a look at, play through, or even just try and figure out how we can sort of make them accessible for low vision and no vision gamers, then that's something we are quite happy to sort of do. Our other gamer, Graham, who's part of the Triple Tap Tech team, 4Ts, love it. He's sort of a non-visual gamer. And to be fair to him, he still kicks my ass quite regularly at Mortal Kombat 11. So what I love about this game, sometimes you come across about 4 or 5 folk at once, or time you spend most of the game just wandering about. Some sort of other stuff you can do in that to try and make Fortnite a wee bit more accessible too. So with your main characters, you can sort of purchase additional characters and that, or skins as we call them, from sort of the Fortnite store. Let's try and pick one that you know is going to sort of stand out in the screen to you. So for instance, if you've got sort of a car that sort of really stands out for you, so it's usually red that sort of stands out well for me, then maybe buying a character with that sort of colour on it will make yeah, a wee bit easier to sort of enhance the visual on the screen. Again, all these small steps can add up to sort of greatly improving the comfort when it comes to playing the game, especially as a VI gamer. And also maybe give you that wee bit of an edge to sort of help you succeed in the game. Personally, I'm happy I've been playing this game. As long as I try and get at least 1 kill per game, I'm quite happy. The games for me is sort of about killing time. It's like de-stressing that. Not going to sort of rage quit over a game, am I? Then back to the other wee bridge here. Okay. That sounds like a sniper to me. Yeah, I'm just going to run away for this one. Where did that car go? Okay. There's another sniper about. This guy out quickly. Right, where's the other sniper coming from? Right, he's coming from up there somewhere, I think. Got him. Damn it. Ah well. To say you can't win them all. I'm unorthodox than the mother. So what we're going to do is call it quits for there tonight. So that's sort of coming up for 8 o'clock. I'll be back in 5 minutes once I sort of switch round to playing Fortnite, sort of on our gaming PC. So, but if you sort of can't wait around to that, or you're just sort of interested in the Xbox One, thanks very much for watching. Don't be a stranger. Get in contact with us about all things to do with technology and visual impairment. You can contact us through our website at tripletaptech.org. Take care. Cheery bye.